Hafa Gom, welcome to the Auto Spot GMC Professional Grade Road Report. I'm Tim Blas-McHenry. Thanks for joining us here on PNC's News First. As you can see, good news behind us. That road that we've been bringing you updates on is finally, or at least it appears to be finished. They're not done doing everything. There's still some things that need to be done. If you drive up towards the ORDOT dump, there's still going to be uneven lanes, so you do want to be aware of that as a motorist. Last week, we spoke to ORDOT Chalampago Mayor Jesse Gogwe about a different approach he is taking towards road repairs in the village. Today, we dive a little deeper into that process. Recapping last week's report, Gogwe says when he entered office, he noticed his office was spending valuable time and resources on repairing roads in the village almost every other month. Part of the reason why, Gogwe says, is because they were using limestone from DPW's quarry.
When we go out and lay that limestone down, obviously, after a heavy rain, a lot of it gets washed off because limestone is just not an appropriate material that you would want to use on any kind of road. In fact, I often tell people that as when they come in and complain about their roads, and that the reason why their roads do wash out quickly is because limestone is the same material that all of the Micronesian islands use to make off-foot. That's that lime that the Micronesians, including the Chamorros, used with build nuts. So, so that material can actually be grounded down to a point where it's powdery.
So Gogwe approached private contractor Hawaiian Rock. He asked them to draft a government purchase order so his office can begin buying up leftover recycled asphalt that Hawaiian Rock discards after a project. Since 2010, the village has been using this recycled asphalt from Hawaiian Rock to fix their roads. But how much does this cost?
About $15,000 for materials and supplies, and then $15,000 for rental equipment, because we use their compactors, we use their backhoes, we use their asphalt spreader to spread this thing down. So I can take that money and do about a quarter mile of road in the village. And what that does, from a cost savings aspect, is that my staff is not having to go out and fill in potholes, every other month. And so, and it can be a gruesome task because, we have probably, I'd say, right now, we still have about maybe 12-15% of our road mileage that's only graveled roads. And so when you're trying to tackle that much graveled roads and trying to repair these potholes on a regular basis every other month, it really becomes a taxing on our personnel resources because we don't have a lot of people.
I want to thank Mayor Jesse Gogwe for joining us on the Road Report. Next, we're going to check out all the new features in a GMC Terrain. The GMC Terrain, jet black, really nice interior. As we mentioned in the past, it's a family car, but one of the things that makes it great for a family car too is the gas mileage. For an SUV, we looked it up on fueleconomy.gov. This has about up to 23 miles per gallon in the city. You can go up to 30 on a highway, and of course you can maximize that in any different number of ways. But this SUV really does give you the gas economy that you need for a family type vehicle, which is exactly what the GMC Terrain is. And that's it for this week's edition of the Road Report. We want to thank GUAM Auto Spot, GMC, and of course, ORDOT Chalampago Mayor Jesse Gogwe for joining us. Until next time.